Hey guys, I just wanted to give a quick video update on doing the trigger job on the Beretta Nano. I was cleaning my gun. As you can see, I have everything completely disassembled here, and I figured I would just show you in depth a little bit more about what I did. So these are the main components that you're going to be working with inside of the trigger frame. And so this is your chassis here, and the chassis, basically the only thing that you're going to need to do with this is polish this. So as you can see here, this is nice and polished, and I just did that with the Dremel with like a buffing wheel. And then the polish that I used was Meguiar's metal polish. This is actually for like chrome wheels, but it works really well. So you're going to polish the outside of this chassis here, and that's where your trigger bar rides. And you're also going to polish the trigger bar. I know it's kind of hard to see, but the trigger bar is actually a different color when it's not polished. So you can see here, this area, see if I can get it to focus. That area there, that's where the main portion of your friction is going to be. So basically the idea is that you want to polish, this this surface here where the trigger bar slides back and forth. Let me just put this on here. Okay. So when you depress your trigger, it slides back and forth, and you're trying to reduce the friction in here. And so if you polish those two surfaces, that will help with that. So basically the same idea as what you're doing with the Glock 25-cent trigger job. The other components is, this is your striker block, and I polished this because this actually moves up and down. It gets pushed by this cam here. The rotating cam is inside of the trigger frame, and this gets pushed up and down, so it actually does have a little bit of resistance on the trigger. So polished all the surfaces, like polished it here, and also the barrel portion that slides in and out of the slide. And then the last piece is the rotating cam assembly, and you're just going to polish the surface, and that's actually the portion that your striker catches on. So that's what the other piece that you want to polish, and just really polish it up until it's as a mirror finish or as close to as you can get. I know it's hard to see in this light, but it is just about a mirror finish. So those are the parts that you're going to want to work with to help reduce the trigger pull a little bit more. And then I also said in the other video that I depressed the trigger and left it overnight, and I'll show you how I did that. So as you can see, if you leave the trigger mechanism inside of the chassis and you take all the other bars out, you can actually rotate this all the way inside. And let me do my best here to hold this. But if you push this down, you can push it all the way through and actually back out the other side. So there's a lot of tension on that spring right now. And then what I do is take something like a small flathead screwdriver, and you can just wedge it through this hole, just like that. And now you have your trigger depressed, and that's going to put some tension on that spring and basically just take a little bit of the pressure out of that spring. So that's really about it. If you do those things, plus with the modification to the striker like I showed you guys before, it's going to make a big improvement on your gun. And I had a couple of people ask me if if I would be willing to do the modification to their gun, and what it would cost. So if that's something you guys are interested in, like I said, I'm not a gunsmith or anything like that, but I do know this gun pretty well, and I figured out how to make a pretty good improvement on my gun. Go ahead and shoot me a message, and I can get back to you on that, if you're interested. But you guys can do this yourself. Like I said, here's how you do it. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll get back to you. Thanks.